Welcome students, my name is Mr. Cowser. I'm an assistant principal here at Cypress Ranch. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our code of conduct. Fighting. Fighting will get you suspended for 3 days. 2 fights in 1 semester is going to send you to ALC. Please understand, if a fight occurs in a hallway, we would appreciate your help in breaking it up and getting out of the way so we can break it up. Smoking, of course, is prohibited here on campus. The first offense, you're going to get DMC and we're going to call your parents. Second offense, automatic citation and 3 days DMC. The third offense, of course, citation and suspended. If a CFPD officer were to see you smoking, of course, they can give you a citation on the first try, not the second. And please understand that smoking is prohibited on all Cy-Fair ISD properties and vehicles and school-related field trips. In other words, if you're at the Berry Center sitting in the parking lot smoking a cigarette, you're just as guilty as if you're sitting in English smoking a cigarette. K2, Spice, Incense, Serenity, those synthetic drugs that simulate the effects of marijuana will be treated just like a marijuana possession or under the influence of marijuana, etc. It is considered a substance that is not suitable for human consumption. It'll be treated the same as marijuana. What happens if you get suspended? Well, first of all, you're going to be responsible for all the work that you miss. You're going to lose your exemptions from finals. And you're not allowed on any school property or any district facility. If you do trespass, you'll get a ticket for trespassing. In other words, if you get suspended over the Friday, Monday, Tuesday, that means if there's a Saturday game at the Berry Center, you cannot attend. You'll be ticketed for trespassing. What is ALC? ALC stands for the Alternative Learning Center. It's the place where we have to send you as assistant principals when you violate certain things in the Code of Conduct. For example, if you possess or are under the influence of marijuana, I must send you to ALC. ALC is a 30 to 45 day placement and there's no transportation provided. You will lose your exemptions, and if you're in a K, Horizons, AP, or dual credit class, there's a good chance you won't be placed back in that class when you return to your home campus. Also, you will lose any memberships, or you may lose your membership to any teams, clubs, or organization. For example, if you're on the baseball team, you go to ALC. When you come back, Coach Pope may or may not choose to put you back on that team. JJAEP stands for the Juvenile Justice Alternative Education Program. What is that? It's like ALC but much worse. It is not a Cy-Fair ISD facility. The things we send you there for is because you have possessed a weapon, maybe a dangerous drug such as Xanax, Adderall, things such as that. There is no Cy-Fair ISD transportation. It's a 45-day to 1-year placement depending on what it is that you violate. You will lose your exemptions, you will lose any membership to clubs or organizations, and you may not continue enrollment in any advanced courses. We as assistant principals are mandated by law to send you to ALC or JJ if you commit certain offenses. They're called mandatory placements. What are mandatory placements? If you commit a felony, if you commit an assault, if you sell, give, or deliver marijuana, dangerous drug, or a controlled substance, if you possess or are under the influence of alcohol, if you engage in public lewdness, engage in indecent exposure, or use, possess, abuse volatile chemicals. Cell phones. Here at Cypress Ranch, we have modified our cell phone policy to what we think works best for our student body and our faculty. Phones may be used before school, after school, in between classes in the hallways, and during lunches in the commons. They can also be used in classrooms with the teacher's discretion. In other words, if your teacher says you can use it, you may use it. If they say don't use it, don't use it. It's pretty simple. If you were to send a text message or take a phone call when it's not supposed to be in use in class, your phone is going to be picked up by your teacher. Only a parent, guardian may pick up your phone. There's a $15 fee to get it back, and if you refuse to give that phone to the teacher, please keep in mind you'll be suspended 1 day, therefore losing your exemptions during your final exams in December or May. Students, this year we have implemented late buses, so our after-school policy has changed just a little bit. From 2:40 to 3:10, our hallways are to be clear. You should be in tutorials or with your team at practice, etc. At 3:10, you're to go to several places. You may go home. You may go to study hall to wait for the late bus, or you may go back to your practice. You must have a pass to get into study hall because we want to eliminate those students in study hall that are not there for the right reasons. Students, you must have your hand stamped to get on the late bus. If you don't have your hand stamped as a pass, you will not ride the late bus. The hallways are to be cleared from 2:40 to 3:10. The vending machines are off from 2:40 to 3:10. And students are not to attend the vending machines during tutorials. Announcements are every day during second period. Please stand and be silent. There's no talking, walking during the pledge or during the minute of silence. Sponsors, if you have an announcement, please send them to Mr. Tullis to be read over the announcements. And students, we are here to help you as assistant principals. We're not always the bad guys. So if you have any issues, if you need help with anything, please come find myself, Mr. Brotemarkle, Miss Chandler, Miss Bennett, Miss Roth, Mr. Peck, or Mr. Tullis. We are here to help you. Have a great year.